What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. So in this video I'm going to be installing some badass LED bulbs and accent lights in this 2018 Yamaha Mt-07. These are car bulbs. They'll work in any car. If you've got a car, you want to upgrade your headlight bulbs, or any motorcycle, you just got to get the right type. These happen to be H4s for the headlight bulb and I think T10s for the accent lights. I actually have them already installed because I filmed this video yesterday, but my camera work was really bad. So I went out and bought a new lens with a wider angle, and it should be much better this time. So yeah, it made a huge difference. So I was amazed at the difference. I will put time codes in the description, and hopefully I'll remember to do it in the first comment if you want to skip ahead and see the install on this particular bike or the before and after footage. And I'm going to be, I'll do two tests. I'll do one test, about 20 feet or so from my big white trailer, you'll see in a few minutes, and one a little farther back to see the reach of the different bulbs. So yeah, this particular bulb, I've used a couple different LED bulbs now, and this one is by far my favorite, especially for motorcycles. It's a little more expensive than the other ones, but it just works so much better, and I think you'll see why. So the installation is obviously going to be different on every bike or car, but I wanted to give a specific how-to on this bike and give some helpful little hints and tricks to getting it installed right and not having any issues. So let me grab my 5mm Allen wrench, and I will pop this headlight off and show you how easy this is. Alright guys, so to remove this headlight assembly to get to the bulb is like the easiest thing in the world. It's basically like a dirt bike or a dual sport or something, which this bike kind of reminds me of. It's kind of like riding a big burly ass like supermoto or something. It's really fun. So you've got a bolt that goes right here, one on the other side. Use a 5mm Allen wrench, stick them out, and then boom, the whole thing pops off. The most irritating part is this clip right here that holds the wiring for the accent lights, which isn't that big of a deal. You can pop it out. Just be careful. Don't mess up your wires. Don't hang it by the wires or anything. And then your headlight bulb is right here, and then your two accent bulbs, these just twist out. This has a rubber boot on it, which you will take out, and then there's a clip that's kind of a pain in the ass to get out. But that's pretty much it. And then the whole thing just rests on this little, whatever you call this little support thing here, which is kind of cool. And then on the back here, this and this adjust your headlight up and down and side to side if you need to. And there's little arrows on there that tell you which way is what, and you can easily see that while it's on the bike. You just turn the handlebars, depending on which one you want to access. Super easy. One little suggestion, which I'm going to throw in right now before I forget, is make sure that this ends up in a place where it's not going to get pinched or unpulled somehow. It would suck if you're going around a corner at night and you pulled your headlight wire out. That would really suck. So just when you get done with the installation or just changing to a regular bulb, whatever, just turn your bars a couple times and look from the side and make sure it's not getting pulled out. So that's pretty much it for the installation. Let's go grab the actual bulb itself, and we'll take a look at that real quick, and then we'll do the A/B comparison. Alright guys, so before we get to the shootout and the direct comparison of the two the LED bulb and the stock incandescent bulb, I wanted to compare these two different LED bulbs real quick because there is a big difference, and I think that these Auxbeam ones, Auxbeam, right? Yeah, Auxbeam, this is the brand. They're way better, and let me show you why. The first thing is the size. You see the size difference? The red one, which is the Auxbeam, is way smaller. It's just way smaller, and that means that I'm able to, and it wasn't easy, but I did it, stretch the rubber boot that seals water from getting into your headlight housing over the back of this like it should be on a regular headlight bulb. So that was a big plus. This one is just too fat, and the wire comes out the side. It's got a fan on the back, which this one doesn't, which is cool. I don't really think that's necessary, especially on a naked bike with big holes in the back. Maybe inside a fairing that might help, but I don't know. The other cool thing about this Auxbeam one is these bulbs can only go in one way because of the way these teeth stick out. So the cutoff is fixed inside the bulb, but you're actually able to twist the bulb inside of that fitting and get your cutoff at the perfect angle. That is genius. So these are the winner. They're also brighter, and the much brighter. And the quality of the light, like the color temperature, is whiter, if that makes sense. It's more white, where this one was just a little like, I think it was a little bluish. I think, yeah, but I don't know. I don't think they come in different color temperatures either. But anyway, both are 30-watt bulbs. Both are a huge improvement over regular incandescent bulbs. This is the one that came stock on my bike. It's a Philips. It's a good brand. It's a quality headlight bulb. It's a 55 watt on the low beam, and then it switches to 60 on the high beams. Had a very nice cutoff. It just wasn't bright enough for me and had a yellowish, ugly tint to it, and these just look sick during the day. Yeah, so that's pretty much that. Oh, also these are the bulbs I got for the accent lights, and which actually are the same bulbs my van takes on the inside, so I'll be replacing all of those with LED bulbs too. There's just 10 of them in here, and I only needed 2. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so as you guys can see, this is bright as hell. This is like, high beam is hurting my eyes bright, which it was definitely was not before. Let's check this out. This is the high beam. Super bright. And here's the low. You can see the cutoff, it still has a cutoff, but it's not as strong as before. There's lots of like little pieces of light that are kind of scattered around the cutoff. But I actually kind of prefer that. So let me switch out this bulb for the factory one real quick, and we'll take a look and see what the difference is. I'll leave the bike in the same spot. And we're back at the factory headlight with the LED accent lights, which you probably can't even make out on camera. Noticeably dimmer, much dimmer. Here's the high beam, and it's just like super like yellowy. It's not even white like the new one. Look at that. Huge difference. Same camera settings, massive difference. All right, yeah, you can see like the fence out there. Let me switch the bulbs back over, and I'll give you the same shot with the LED bulbs so you can see the difference. And after about 10 minutes of fiddling with the bulb to get it back in, there's high beam, there's low. I think it's way better. It's at least way cleaner looking. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Alright guys, so what are my thoughts on this headlight bulb? I think it's awesome. You're safer at night, you're safer during the day, it looks cool. It wasn't that hard to do, don't get me wrong, it was a pain in the ass, especially to, once you get the boot over the bulb, which is a huge plus for this bulb. I've tried, I think I mentioned earlier in the video, I've tried several other brands of LED bulbs, and it was almost impossible. It was impossible to get the boot over the bulb without ripping it. So I actually have still a waterproof headlight, which I really like because I ride in the rain sometimes. Yeah, I think it's great. It was a little more expensive than the other ones I've tried, but it's waterproof. I don't have an A-B comparison between the other bulbs, but I think it's brighter than the other ones. And I really like the color temperature, and it went really well with the 2 LED accent lights in this thing. Like I said, these bulbs, they make all different types to work in all different kinds of motorcycles, all different kinds of cars, whatever kind of scooter. If you have a scooter, it'll work in those as well. We've got LED headlights in that, I think. Or at least I meant to at one point. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Pretty simple stuff. So thanks for watching. If you're interested in these, check out the links in the description. See you next time. Love y'all, safe.